Belt. Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Dropping Into Happiness. We are your hosts. I am Rachel.
And I'm Maggie. Buckle up, everyone. We're in for an exciting ride.
Yeah. I was just telling Maggie, I don't know why I feel like I should be strapped in right now. I don't know why. It's very weird. But hello, SunDrops. It is finally getting quite glorious here in SoCal. Is it getting sunny over there in Florida, Maggie?
Oh, yeah. It is officially summer. In Florida, it'll be summer from now until November. Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, it genuinely summer lasts through October here. Like I've been on Halloween days where I'm boiling hot in my outfit because it's so hot on Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we are episode 65 today.
Oof.
Yiza. I know. 665. Okay, do you know what that makes me think of? And I'm so weird for this. My brain works in like flashes of movies. I promise you. Do you remember The Wedding Planner? J-Lo,
oh, yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. Do you remember the scene when her little Italian boyfriend comes and him and Matthew McConaughey are doing a pull-up challenge and Matthew McConaughey goes, "How many is that for you?" And he's all 65. I always see that. I hear it in my head every time I see the number 65. 65. And he's doing his pull-ups. Love it.
Classic.
All right. Well, I don't have any announcements today. I don't have any new patrons to announce today, but remember, guys, Patreon is there for you if you'd like to support the podcast. Very easy to do. Hop on over, and we do give you a shout out every week should you be a patron. But Maggie, I hear that you have something going on. You'd like to talk about it?
Yes, I would love to talk about it. So for those that are listening and you might not know, I, for my full-time job, I'm a high school chorus and theater teacher. And the high school that I teach at is actually the oldest high school in the state of Florida, which I think is such a cool flex. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Since the year 1963, we've been putting on a summer musical, producing a summer musical, and those funds that we would raise through ticket sales would basically go directly back into funding our choir program during the year. And we, over the years, have, collected beautiful hand-built custom costumes. And for, every year since the 1970s, we've been renting a shed off property to store these costumes and various props and things like that. This year to rent that shed is $5,500. And that money is, going to that shed, which it could be being poured into our students, into buying music or giving voice lesson scholarships, all kinds of stuff. So finally we're like, enough is enough. We need to build our own shed. Well, that costs some money.
Yeah.
It costs money to get the materials, to hire the company to build it, to then transport decades and decades of costumes from the current shed to the on-property shed. So long story short, our choir program is doing a fundraiser. We're trying to raise $20,000. The last time I had checked, we were approaching $10,000, but I haven't checked in a couple of days. So what's really cool is we're doing it through a platform called Snap Fundraise. So Rachel can put the direct link to the fundraiser in our show notes. I have the link to donate in my bio of my Instagram, Maggie Tracks Magic, and the minimum donation is $20, and you can donate now through April 24th. So if we can meet our goal and cover the cost of this huge undertaking, it's going to save us a lot of money in the coming years. And we're also going to be able to put all of the money that we earn towards our summer musical directly back to our students in the classroom and creating an amazing experience for them. So I would really appreciate your all support if you're interested in donating to our fundraiser.
Yay! I love that. I was I did concert choir all 4 years in high school. And people laugh because I'm like, genuinely, that's the only teacher I can tell you his name, what his classroom looked like, what we did. I don't remember any other class. I remember choir class, though. I love choir class. We performed in Disneyland. Like, that's the memories I have, like, in the arts. I love it.
We have such an awesome awesome program. And I have kids that tell me nearly every day, like, your class or, choir or theater is the reason I come to school. And so, we have a great reputation at our school, but it costs money to continue to grow and to fund and, to give more students opportunities. So I really appreciate anybody who would consider donating. The SunDrops showed up and showed out for the Dopey fundraiser, so I figured.
Yes,
and a lot of people like to
Florida,
a lot of people like to support teachers in their classrooms and things like that. So I figured you never know if you don't ask. So.
I know. Exactly. Right. And friends, if you can't, that's okay. But which is Maggie, just if you can, it goes back to the arts, it goes back to the students, it goes back to the school and the things that, like I said, that bring really genuine, beautiful memories to kids in high school. So I'm down. I think it's great. So awesome,
for anyone curious, this summer musical is Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So I'm really looking forward to getting started on that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm like immediately thinking costumes are going to be wild. That's going to probably take up a lot of time.
Yeah. It's going to be great. So great.
Oh, fun. Yay. All right. So, you guys, this week's topic is a listener. I don't want to say question because it was really a scenario that she's like, I need to talk this out. Can we please talk this out? And one of the things I was actually just telling someone recently, what I love about you guys with the SunDrops, I'll have people message me on Instagram and send me posts that made them think of me. Because you guys know who we are, you know what we do. And so I love that it just genuinely feels like we're just hanging around and talking. So we're going to talk this scenario out. Okay. It's a trouble spot that I've had in the past. So listener Mary G, shout out Mary. Hello.
Hey Mary.
She wants us to discuss how to get out of that mindset that weekends are free. If you are not watching on YouTube, I'm doing air quotes because WW Mindset or anybody on any kind of program, or if you're tracking of any kind, I'm going to set the scene. Okay. Monday rolls around. We've meal planned. We have our points. We have our calories. We have our macros, whatever we're tracking. And we're really good. We have this great schedule and we get to Friday and Friday night rolls around. And we're like, oh, well, it's okay. Let's just head out on Friday. It's Friday. But then Saturday rolls around and we don't have that schedule. We don't have that breakdown. And it's just kind of like, oh, well, it's okay. I'll just have this. It's the weekend. I mean, it's the weekend. Come on. It's the weekend. I'll just have a little bit of this. And we kind of step away from our structure. I have been known to do this. So as soon as she said that mindset of weekends are free, I 100% knew what she was talking about. So, and Maggie's raising her hand for those who can't see. So I feel like Mag, you've had that mentality, that mindset before of like, oh, well, maybe it's okay because it's the weekend.
Yeah, I feel like I have been in that mindset for a while these recent months. I don't know, like I do feel weekends are more challenging as of late. I think when I was really in the zone for the first year or so that I was on Weight Watchers, it didn't feel like much of a challenge. But I mean, as your points decrease, as you lose weight, as you just get into the thick of like, this is your lifestyle, there's no finish line, it really does kind of weigh on you, because culturally weekends are a time where we let loose, we relax, we take it easy or do the fun things, right? Whereas that most of us for that Monday through Friday, like that's work time, that's routine, that's structure. So it's hard to fight against the culture, the societal norms of, okay, there's still structure or expectations on the weekends. I remember, I don't know where I first heard this, but they said, don't let weekends be your weekends. Like your week. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So it's definitely tough.
It's the lack of structure that gets me on the weekends. Like, I feel like Rachel 10 years ago was very, it's a free for all because it's the weekend. I mean, come on, who doesn't want to go out on a Saturday night? Who doesn't want to get pizza with friends on Friday? And that's where I would lose it. But now, because I have the same, my favorite breakfast. I love it when I can pre-make my lunches for a week. So when I'm at the radio station, boom, I got it in there. I have my snacks. I have my water bottle. And then I'll get to Saturday and I don't wake up at the same time. I don't have lunch at the same time. I'm with my family and maybe we're out doing things. And so that lack of structure can absolutely get me. And I feel like there still can be structure on the weekend, but I just need to figure out what a weekend structure looks like for that to work for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't even know for me if it's the lack of structure or just the fact that I let my guard down when it comes to hitting the pause and deciding, like, do I really want this? Does this fit into the structure of my week? You know, when it comes to activity, taking the weekends off, grand scheme of things, is not going to directly impact your performance overall. However, if you're taking every weekend off of tracking or making balanced choices, that's 8 days out of every month, that can put you into a maintenance or into a surplus so quickly if you're not paying attention.
When you put it that way,
I know.
Like, 8 days. I didn't even think about it that way. Oh, man.
Yeah, I know, it really, and that's not even counting Fridays. And sometimes I feel like my weekend starts on Thursdays because Seth and I are in a ritual of Thursdays are Law and Order nights. They have the regular Law and Order, SVU, and Organized Crime. So we usually go out and get Blaze Pizza on Thursday nights. So if I'm not really strategic with that, my weekend mentality will start Thursday night. And then Friday morning, it's like, oh, it's Friday. Let me go through the drive-thru. And then it's like Friday lunch. And I'm like, it's Friday lunch. Like, hey, coworker, teacher, friend, you want to go get some Chipotle? And then just like steamrolls. And then Sunday turns around and I'm like, oh, we got to get ready for another week.
Yeah.
It's like, if you take into account Thursday night into Sunday, that's a big chunk of every month. And then I'm like, why am I not losing weight?
Oh, I know. Yeah. And you said thinking about the weekend like a free for all kind of thing. Like, so I feel like I used to feel that way. I really did. I think because I'm so like either go, 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 or do absolutely nothing. I swear there's no in between with me. I'm either literally on my couch from Saturday morning to Sunday night, or I'm like not home the entire weekend. So it just fluctuates so hard sometimes. But I do also feel like sometimes in like back in the day when I would have this challenge, because for those of us who are doing points, like with WW, everything is a point. Every food is a point. We track every meal, every snack, everything we take into our body in a perfect world. And then the weekend would come, and because it was the weekend, I'm like, well, I don't have to work. I don't have to work out. So maybe I don't have to track. It just, I would feel like I wanted to relax from everything. But then when I wasn't tracking, I also wasn't still paying attention to my portion sizes or, you know what I mean? And I would get into this headspace of, well, I want to relax. And in that sense of it, relaxing meant not having to focus on my food, not having to focus on what I was eating, how much I was eating. Because I've moved away from that, but I 100% used to have that tunnel vision of, well, no, the weekend is for relaxing. So I need to relax. And relax meant not worry about the things that I had to worry about during the weekday. I think maybe that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's totally normal. And I know what's helped me in the past, or, and I think about, okay, weekends that have gone well where I, get to Sunday night knowing Monday is way in and I feel at peace with how I navigated it. It's when I've pre-planned any of the higher point choices that I'm going to make over the weekend. Just like we might write out a menu plan for the week, we might meal prep for the week, whatever. The weekend, okay, you can have the pizza or the cheeseburgers or your chips on the couch or whatever. Just know that that's something that you like to do and plan for it on Monday. Start accounting for it.
Yeah.
Because then you can just enjoy it and know that it was a part of the plan. You can even pre-track it during the week, which I've done before, where I know on Saturday night we want to go out to, Texas Roadhouse, and then I will pre-track it into the app, and then I know exactly what is accounted for. And then you're not having to think about it as much on the weekends. I mean, it's easier said than done, y'all. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's something that's helped me in the past, and I know I feel really great when I do that.
Well, you know what else? Something you said that struck a memory in me. You said Monday was your weigh-in day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Monday was my weigh-in day, and because of that, I think that's when I started to get into a different mindset of the weekends. Like, well, I got to weigh in on Monday. I can't just completely bloat up and eat everything I want and then weigh in on Monday. Like, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in a WW workshop, and I remember coming, like, she had this light bulb moment because her weigh-in day was Friday. So she was like, cool, I just weighed in. I know I'm good. I'm going to go woo over the weekend and then try to play catch up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because her weigh-in was Friday.
Yeah.
So she switched her weigh-in day because that was what was sticking in her mind. Well, I can play now because I don't weigh in now for another week. So maybe if weighing in is part of your weekly ritual, just swapping a day, putting it on another day, can really kind of help shift that importance of what I'm consuming, when I'm weighing in. I think that I remember that helping that one particular person in the WW workshop, just switching the day that they weigh in to help with the mindset of, all right, well, I got to weigh in tomorrow. So maybe I'm not going to go wild this weekend because I know I'm going to weigh in and take accountability for my actions tomorrow.
Right.
So
we all know that consistency is key. And in order to build consistency, you have to have positive momentum. And if every 5 days you're completely, doing something different, the day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're tracking everything that has points, you're making healthy choices, you're, drinking your water, this or that. And then day 6 and 7, you totally you abandon all progress or whatever. My words are failing me, but you jump ship. That's the word. That's what I'm looking for. You jump ship.
Yeah.
And then you lose the momentum, and then you have to start over again at day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it is just so hard to build momentum that way. And so, I mean, it's not free. It's coming at a price. It's coming at a cost, whether that's on the scale, whether it's just how you feel physically, how you feel emotionally about how you navigated your choices, and then your momentum in terms of habit building. They always say something is better than nothing, all or something. So if you are going to relax the reins a little bit on the weekends, there's got to be something there that you're trying to maintain so that it's easier to jump back in, come the Monday or whenever your week resets.
Yeah. I feel like maybe planning for it. I mean, knowing that you want to be a little more relaxed, especially with the WW program. For those who aren't aware, we get weeklies as well as dailies. So, I mean, you can bank all of your weeklies, maybe have some rollovers from your dailies, and then go out on Friday night, have that margarita on Saturday. And so you still feel like you're kind of like, loosening the reins and having a little bit more of a relaxing weekend. But something else that I think helps with mindset wise is with our tracking. Because one of the things that I do love about our WW app is the tracking streak. Remember, you were really pumped about that for a while. Yeah. Because seeing that tracking streak, like, it's the same thing like with my journaling. Like when I miss my streak, I'm like, oh, because it starts back at 1. So right. I'm like, even if we just tracked our breakfast over the weekend, just to kind of keep in that headspace of, okay, I'm paying attention. Right. I'm paying attention. Maybe I'm not tracking everything today, but I'm going to track my breakfast or my snacks or just my dinner. just so that I'm still aware, I'm still paying attention, I'm still giving it that effort. Just maybe what did I just hear the other day? Oh my gosh, it was something about, I want to say it was Alyse Myers. I brought her up before. Love her on TikTok. How she was saying how everyone's like, oh, give 100%. She's like, I don't have 100% to give. I don't. I can give you at best like 60% right now. That's all I can give you. And I'm okay with that. I can give you my 60. So I love that idea too. Like if you feel like you're going 100% Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if you want to go down to 50%, 30%, 60% on the weekend, that's still okay because you're still giving some sort of effort. Like Maggie just said, all or something.
Yeah.
Just something. Mm-hmm.
And I'm preaching to myself here, but this is some tough love, if you will. I don't know if I can speak on behalf of all of us who work Weight Watchers. But if I'm not tracking, it's not because I'm too busy. It's not because I don't know how to figure out the points. It's because I feel guilty about what I've done. I feel ashamed. I don't want to see the numbers. I don't want to put it in there. For a long time, it wasn't an issue for me. Somewhere along the way, it became an issue. And so deep down in my heart, I know that that's, with the tracking, that's what's getting in the way on the weekends or whenever, vacation, whatever. Because let's be honest with ourselves, it takes 2 seconds to track. Like 5 seconds tops. It does not take any time. And I wouldn't take a break from brushing my teeth just because it's the weekend. So like I'm talking to myself here, but anybody who needs to hear it, it's like you're just doing, if you're not doing it, most of the time it's because you just don't feel like, well, it wasn't really Weight Watcher of me to have that cheeseburger and french fries, so I just won't put it in my app.
Like it never happened.
And then that creates a complex around that food, and it's like this vicious cycle that we're all trying to break.
Yeah,
we're all trying to break it.
Yeah.
You know, because there's nothing wrong with on the weekend, like you said, wanting the margarita or whatever.
Yeah.
And like whether you plan the points for it or not, if you track it, you're taking ownership, you're maintaining your habit of tracking, and you're normalizing that you can have a margarita on the weekend and the world keeps turning and the app keeps functioning and you get to keep your streak, which is a bonus. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been I
100% hear that.
Yeah. I've been so melancholy like with my journey and with myself recently because I'm just spinning my wheels. And when you spin your wheels for so long, it has an impact on you, you know, when your whole identity has been, I'm a successful Weight Watcher. And then now you're telling yourself you're not because you're taking off on the weekends or whatever. You're going through the drive-thru or whatever it is that's getting in your way. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But you just have to be honest, like, what's really the deal here? Is it that I'm really just dieting Monday through Friday, and then by the time I get through to Friday, I'm so dead that I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore? And then I beat myself up Sunday night so that by Monday I'm back at it again? You know? It's just like, that's not who I want to be. It's not who I want to be.
I do know another member too that I kind of feel her pain too, because especially when your mental capacity feels like it's so extremely overthrown by work and family and all of these other things, like the last thing you want to think about sometimes is, what am I going to eat? When am I going to get an activity? Like that's like, I don't know why that tends to be the last thing we think about when, I mean, just with talking with Madison last week and just thinking about the health of our bodies and what it does and how they work and why it works that way and how we can maintain that. It should be the first thing we think about. It should come above all other things.
Right.
Because should we not have our health, all of those other things can't happen, or they are going to be rough and hard to happen. So I wish that could be more normalized.
She did really make it seem so simple. Like, it's really not hard.
Yeah.
Like, the actual science
and I'm telling you,
it's not hard. It's
those
doing
books that I'm reading, I'm telling you.
They're game changing.
Oh, yes. There's one, I think it's called Everyday Health that the Dropping Into Happiness follows on Instagram. I share a lot of their stuff in our stories. I love their information. Like it'll show like 6 pictures of things that like foods that help you sleep, 6 pictures of foods you can eat to stay hydrated. You know, and I'm just like, I love how easy and simplistic they make it, because sometimes you just need to see it that one time, that one day, for something to kick in or for a light bulb to go off. But I'm hoping Mary G is listening and saying, like, yes, that's exactly how I was feeling. But hopefully we've said something, though, that could, you know, light up that light bulb for you. Something that we can shift, maybe with our mindset, with our actions, with our food, to just have that one little thing shift to start getting into a different mindset and a different mode. Because we're not gonna flip a switch and have the entire thing change overnight. But we can have that one light bulb go off just to like say, okay, I can start working on this. I can create this habit. I can turn this around at this corner. So hopefully this has helped Mary G, because we feel you, girl. We feel you.
I think like it's important to know that you're not alone, but then nothing changes if nothing changes. So, you know, and if you've been taking weekends off and you're not in the habit of tracking over the weekend, then instead of thinking, okay, well, I'm going to track every bite, lick, and taste that I have this weekend from sundown to sunset, how about, like Rachel said, like, okay, I'm going to track breakfasts this weekend. Or I'm going to track, like, I know I'm going to track my couch time snack this weekend. Like, no matter what it is. Just like set the bar. So doable. Because we've talked about that in previous episodes. And then the following weekend, maybe you maintain that goal. Maybe you stretch yourself a little bit further. Like, I'm going to do one breakfast, one snack. The dog in the video. If y'all aren't watching on YouTube, totally, you're missing out. You're missing out.
He's caught in my cord.
Oh,
like, what is happening?
He says, untangle me, mother.
He's so silly.
This is too much.
know. I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah. Little things, little changes. Speaking of little changes, Maggie, I have to tell you, I swear it cracks me up. So my sister isn't feeling great right now. So she had some dental work done. So it's been like really hard to eat. And then today my mom even texted her and she was like, I sent you Maggie's video. Do your fruit, add your Fairlife and mush it.
Yo, that snack is so good. I just thought it
was so funny. She's like, I sent you Maggie's video. Like, they know you. Like, they're like buddies with you. Like, remember Maggie sent the video? And I was like, it's just so funny. I love that we can share those things.
Yes.
Love it.
The best.
Okay, so time for our goals and recommendations for this week. So who wants to go first? You got yours ready? Do you know what you're going to do this week?
My goal is as soon as we get done recording today, I'm going to track what I ate for lunch. That's my goal for lunch today.
Is that a fearless tracking?
Yes. Yeah, because we don't say honest tracking anymore. We say fearless. So that's my goal.
We will not fear the points or the food.
We're making it a tiny step. And then in terms of my recommendation, I'm just excited about this new product. So I've mentioned Motivate on the podcast before. And it's a supplement company that I work with, and their recent launch has been their new protein powder. So they now have chocolate and vanilla protein powder. One scoop is 100 calories, 20 grams of protein, and 2 points on Weight Watchers. And I reached out on Instagram because, you know, I'm a Fairlife protein shake girly. So I was like, what do I do with protein powder? And someone said, put it into your non-fat Greek yogurt and mix it in, and then you can add it with like fruit or whatever. So I did that right before we recorded as like a post-workout snack. I put a scoop of the chocolate protein into the non-fat Greek yogurt, like a half cup of the yogurt, mixed it all together, and it created like this really yummy pudding, like chocolate pudding consistency. So 10 out of 10 recommend. And then it just bumps up the protein value. So the whole snack was 30 grams of protein, which if you're listening and you're unaware, protein helps to keep you full, but it also helps with muscle recovery. And if you are lifting weights, working out, anything like that, if you're feeding your body with protein, especially 30 to 60 minutes after activity, that's going to help your muscles repair and become even stronger. And we know that more muscle mass burns more fat, so it's all a win-win.
Yep, keeps your metabolism on fire.
Yes.
Okay, so was that your recommendation also? Was that kind of a twofer? Was that a two-bird situation?
Yes, my recommendation is to either try Motivate's chocolate protein powder itself, or if you already have a protein powder, mix it into your non-fat Greek yogurt and try it out for a very filling snack. You can add fruit.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or some granola.
That'd be good.
Some Lily's dark chocolate chips.
Yes.
And the world is your oyster. Ooh, crumble a graham cracker over it.
I love doing that too. That's just enough. It gives that just that little taste of it. I love it.
Ooh,
I like that.
You know what would be good? Fiber One brownie crumbled in with some Cool Whip. I'm like, the ideas are rolling right now.
Oh, buddy. Oh my gosh. That's so you need to do a whole series on just like desserts, like low point desserts.
It's Rachel.
That would be fun.
You literally read my mind because I thought it would be so cool to do a week. People will do like what I eat in a week or a week in my life or something. Just like a week in desserts because I have a dessert pretty much every night. And that would motivate me to make sure I'm having a low point dessert every night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So stay tuned.
I like it.
I'll probably create that
super
this
fun.
week. Yeah.
I know, because I got a couple things too that I like to do. So I'll let you know. Maybe we can like add stuff to it. That'd be fun. Mm-hmm. My goal and my recommendation are kind of a two birds situation as well. I don't usually have a product to push. But I do this week. I know. I can't show you because it's a bar, like it's a long bar. But I got a Pilates bar this week.
Oh.
If you don't know what a Pilates bar is, it's probably like, it's not longer than like my arms when I put my arms side to side. It's maybe elbow to elbow. So it's just a little bit past your shoulders. And then there's the resistance bands, like hook onto the ends of it. And there are foot straps at the bottom. And you can literally get an entire full body workout from this. I have a lower, I guess, weight resistance on it right now because I'm just starting because I just wanted to see. I didn't want to hurt myself. But you can keep upping that. You can twist the bar to make more resistance. And I found so many YouTube videos for it. And it was really not, I think it was maybe $30 on Amazon. So I will put the Amazon link so there'll be pictures and you can see what it is. I really like it. It can come apart still and like you can take it with you, like a full body workout, take it with you when you go on vacation. Like it's such a neat little thing. I had never really tried Pilates that way. I did it once this week because I was a little nervous and I loved it. Like I can feel my muscles, but not like a painful, I overdid it feeling. And I really, really like that feeling. So my goal this week is to do my Pilates bar again, because, just trying to build the habit. So once again, one time this week, I want to do an exercise, 10 to 15 minutes with my Pilates bar. This last week I did it on Wednesday. So I might keep that up and do it again this next Wednesday, just because like Wednesday worked for me midweek, felt good. So Wednesday for 15 minutes with my Pilates bar. And then maybe after that, I'll go up to 2, up to 3. But for right now, I'm just going to build my habit of just at least that once a week. And I'm going to recommend something like that, out of the ordinary, Pilates bar. So easy. I'm going to put the link in Amazon so you guys can see it. Like I said, I can't really show you right now because it would be way out of frame. But it's really neat, really interesting, especially if you don't want to go to the gym, if you're not comfortable in the gym, if you don't have a gym near you. Like my mom and my sister live in, 30 minutes away from the closest big town that has one. And when it's snowing, they don't want to drive that. So if you just need something for your house, I did it in my living room, super easy. So just a little fun thing I found. So that's my recommendation.
Love it.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo. Okay, so this week's quote is from Dwayne Johnson. So I'm very excited for this week's quote. I like it. He actually has some really good quotes. I've used his a lot in workshops. So what's it this week, Maggie?
Success at anything will always come down to this: focus and effort. And we control both.
Yeah, we
tough
do.
Love.
Right?
God love it.
All right, guys. Well, it's time to say it. So thanks for dropping by.
Have a magical day.
Bye.